10 classic rock songs I never need to hear again. Coming up next on Music Meanderings. I'm Mike Lamneck. It's Music Meanderings. Won't you take the time to please subscribe to the channel, leave a comment, and like the video. Also, if you would like to donate and help the channel along, you can do so. Just hit the thanks button there down at the bottom. Today, we're talking about 10 classic songs that I never need to hear again. Obviously, this list is very personal, and your response, I'm sure, will not be exactly the same as my response, which is why it's so important that you leave a comment below. Tell me which classic songs you're just burnt out on. You never need to hear again. Again, this is no comment on the quality of the songs. In fact, if they weren't great tunes and so endearing to so many people, they wouldn't still be around. These are just songs that, thanks primarily to radio oversaturation, I will skip the second they start playing. Now, ironically, since I'm a DJ and still DJ events, I must still play some of these songs when I'm out playing events, given to their popularity still. I give the people what they want, right? But left to my own devices, I will not put on one of these songs to listen to them again. I'm going to start with the obvious one, right? Lynyrd Skynyrd and Freebird. Now, when I was growing up in the 70s, our classic rock radio station did a Memorial Day 500 countdown. I'm sure there were other stations around the U.S. that did the same thing, where they would count down the top 500 rock songs, anyhow, as they saw it. And a couple songs always ended up at number 1 and number 2, and you always wondered which position those songs would be in from year to year. Well, always coming in at number 1 or 2 was Lynyrd Skynyrd, Freebird. Its popularity is incredible. Not a bad song, epic, especially the live version with that extended guitar solo. But do I ever need to hear it again? No. If I hear the opening strains to that song, I will go ahead and hit the skip button as fast as my fingers can fly. However, people still love the song. It's kind of become a joke, hasn't it, for people to shout out Freebird at concerts, no matter who the band is or what the type of music is. Lynyrd Skynyrd, Freebird, a song I never need to hear again. And next up, I told you there were 2 songs on that top 500 Memorial Day countdown. You can probably guess what the other one was. That's Led Zeppelin, Stairway to Heaven. Now, when I was growing up, I pretty much lived at a skating rink. I was there all the time. And the popular DJ there would always play this for the Moonlight Couple Skate, which is, when you think about it, is kind of an odd selection for a couple skate anyhow. But I remember I used to play Stairway to Heaven as a couple's dance, and it was fun to watch people try to slow dance that, especially when the song would speed up. But Led Zeppelin, Stairway to Heaven, the DJ at the skating rink in his very deep voice would always say, "And now the song of the 70s." And indeed it was. And saturated, overplayed. I will still play the album that was featured on from time to time, Led Zeppelin 4. But if I hear this come up on a playlist, I will definitely skip it. Not because it's not an iconic, great song, great composition, just burn out on it. Next one artist, 2 songs. Bob Seger, Old Time Rock and Roll, and Turn the Page. Both of those songs by Bob Seger and the Silver Bullet Band. Again, huge fan of Bob Seger. Can't knock his legacy and his sound. But those 2 songs, again, thanks primarily to rock radio, Old Time Rock and Roll, and Turn the Page. The next one on the list would probably make your list too. And it's from 1985, perhaps the most recent song on the list. And that is We Built This City by Starship. Hard to believe this was written by Elton John's classic songwriter Bernie Taupin. The lyrics, anyway, but it was. We built this city You couldn't get out of the way of that song in the mid-'80s. It was played everywhere. It has become part of commercials. I didn't like the song to start with. You know, some of these songs I did like to start with, most of them. And then they just got played into the ground, and I got burnt out on them. This one I don't think I ever liked. We Built This City, Starship from 1985. Next up, and this could be polarizing, I realize, and that is Foreigner's Jukebox Hero from Foreigner 4. Really like Foreigner. Tend to gravitate towards the first 3 albums, Foreigner, Double Vision, and Head Games. By 4, I was kind of drifting away from Foreigner. Didn't like it so much. Songs like I Want to Know What Love Is and that sort of stuff. Jukebox Hero, I think I did like it at first, but I really got burnt out on it, and I have no place for it now. I will definitely skip Jukebox Hero if it comes up. And you can put the next song in that category as well. I think I did like it initially, but you know, rock radio has a way of taking a band that has lots of great songs and compressing it down to like 1 or 2. You know, our local rock radio station had a 2 for Tuesday that they would do, and you could pretty much predict what 2 songs they were going to play by those bands because they only played 2 songs by those bands. Kansas and Dust in the Wind. Now I still like to hear Carry On Wayward Son, which is the other song that you will hear by them. Maybe a third one, Point of No Return, in there. But Kansas, Dust in the Wind started off as a finger exercise for guitar player Kerry Livgren until his wife encouraged him to turn it into a song. And not a bad song, just one that I'm burnt out on and don't need to hear again. The next one, Deep Purple, Smoke on the Water. In the 70s, if you were playing guitar, you had to learn the riff. You had to learn that riff, and it's a pretty easy one to learn on guitar too. Not the whole song, just the opening riff to Deep Purple and Smoke on the Water. But it, again, is one of a couple songs that my local radio station would play by them. They would play that, and they would play My Woman from Tokyo. Those were the 2. If those are 2 for Tuesday with Deep Purple, those are the 2 songs you got. Deep Purple, Smoke on the Water. Next iconic song, played at events, and I still play it when I DJ a lot. Journey, Don't Stop Believin'. Please, I don't need to hear that song again, but I understand that it connects with people, and people like to sing along to it, know the words, front to back, and it performs very well anytime you play it. Iconic song, but when I hear those first piano notes start, I'm going to skip that one. Well, the next song, not to be controversial, since Ozzy Osbourne just passed, and not to down his legacy or the legacy of Black Sabbath. In fact, I saw Ozzy perform on his first tour, Blizzard of Oz, and it remains one of my best concert moments. But Ozzy Osbourne, Crazy Train. If radio didn't kill it, stadiums did. You still hear it as they go to commercial at pretty much any game, and it just has kind of killed the song for me. Great riff, great song, of course, great Randy Rhoads guitar work in there. Iconic tune, but I would almost rather hear any Ozzy song other than Crazy Train. And finally, one more, again in no particular order in this list, songs that I never need to hear again. Aerosmith, Walk This Way. Iconic, great song, of course, revisited when they collaborated with Run DMC. That really reinvigorated their career. They had a hit with the song the first time, and then it was even a bigger hit the second time with Run DMC, and kind of gave them a second tier to their career. So a great song for them. But again, one just overplayed by radio and at events, and I just don't need to hear that one again. So again, on my list, Leonard Skinner, Freebird, Led Zeppelin, Stairway to Heaven, Bob Seger with a twin spin. How's that? Old time rock and roll and turn the page. Other songs I don't need to hear again. Of course, Starship, We Built This City, Foreigner, Jukebox Hero, Kansas's Dust in the Wind, Deep Purple, and the riff, Smoke on the Water, Journey, Don't Stop Believin', Ozzy's Crazy Train, and Aerosmith, Walk This Way. So what do you think? What are songs that you don't need to hear again, that you're just burnt out on? Again, this is no comment on the quality of these songs. If they weren't great songs, people wouldn't still be requesting and listening to them. They connect with a lot of people, but I'm sure you have songs that you would rather not hear again as well. Please comment below and subscribe for more music meanderings.